How's it going, everyone? I'm Landan with LMR.com. Today we're going to be installing some aftermarket leather upholstery into an S550 Mustang that originally came equipped with cloth interior. So at the time of this recording, the oldest S550 Mustangs are now approaching 6 years old, and if you've been around the Mustang lifestyle, and I'm sure you're all too familiar with seat wear, the older these cars get. Now, obviously, the driver's side front seat is always the first seat to show signs of wear, but all of your aftermarket kits typically include new upholstery to redo the entire car. In this video, we're going to be using one of Katzkin's premium leather upholstery upgrade kits. However, the steps that we're going to show you will be able to assist several of you installing other brands, as you can only alter this stuff so much. For this video, we've already removed the seats from the car as well as the factory upholstery. So be sure to check out our seat removal and upholstery removal videos to get a better understanding at where we're at thus far. Going into a project like this, you will need a hog ring and plier kit as well as a decent selection of tools. An optional tool is an upholstery stapler, which you will see us use towards the end of the install. Now, some kits will include door panel material. This is optional. The door panel will need to be removed from the car, and we have a video on how that is done. Because of the intricate nature of how modern door panels are built, we opted out of installing our material. Personally, this is something I would reach out to one of my trustworthy local upholstery shops so that they can do the job for me. Now, just to clear the air, upholstery is time consuming. Don't expect this to be finished in just a few hours. Also note that our car has the standard S550 seat option and not the Recaro option. All right, to get things going, you can start anywhere you'd like, but we're going to be starting with the headrests. Take the cover and roll it inside out. Align it with the headrest assembly and then begin rolling it over the foam. Whenever you're halfway down the foam, roll the ends of the cover over so that you can pull it the rest of the way. Carefully pull and position the cover so that the seams are even with the headrest. Now you can fold over both of the ends and tuck them into the side of the headrest. Next, you'll want to tuck the corners of the material underneath the plastic J-clips. Fold the smaller plastic clip inside of the larger one to create an invisible seam. Push any material down inside of the clip. Take the old headrest cover and lay it flat on your workbench with the hole facing towards you. First, take some measurements on where the hole is positioned in relation to the stitched seams. Use some painter's tape and build a template that surrounds the hole in the cover. Transfer these measurements to the new headrest material and then apply your template. Using a fresh, sharp razor blade, cut the material. Remember, it's always best to start small and enlarge the opening as needed. Test fit the bezel, and then trim any additional material if you have to. Remove the tape and then reinstall the bezel and verify that it snaps into place. Now we're going to work on the front seat bottom. Depending on the upholstery kit, the seat bottom material can be size specific. The way that you can determine this is to see where the manufacturer's logo is placed. This is typically sewn on the outside bolster. When in question, simply match up the new upholstery to the old upholstery to determine whether or not you have the correct side. Place the seat foam and upholstery on your workbench. Fold the material inside out. And insert the front listing rod into the clips. Work your way to the rear and insert the rear listing rod into the clips. Push the Velcro backing into the foam and then roll the upholstery over the bolster. Flip this over and connect the two straps that run underneath the foam. Position the seat bottom onto the seat track and make sure nothing is out of place. Install the clips on the side of the material onto the seat frame and then flip the assembly over. Install the front and rear clips, and that completes the seat bottom for now. Locate the Seatback upholstery for the side that you're going to be working on. This is usually indicated by the side airbag tag on the outside bolster. First on the agenda is to install the magnetic button for the seat belt strap. Using the same method that you did for the headrest trim piece, use some painter's tape and build a template. Instead of using a tape measure, mark the tape for the outermost slit for the button and where the tape intersects with the threads. Transfer the tape to the new upholstery. Using your sharp razor blade, make the first slit in the material. Measure the gap between the two cuts in the original upholstery, and then make the second slit in the new material. Go ahead and remove the tape. Install the button into place and then pull this section of the material towards you. Install the plastic backing plate, followed by the metal retainer. Fold the two tabs with a flathead screwdriver to secure the button to the upholstery. Now you can go ahead and flip the seat back inside out. Before installing this piece, make note of the upper listing rod. This is where you install the hog rings once the upholstery is in position on the foam. Position the upholstery over the foam and begin working it into place. Locate the three areas in the foam that will accept the hog rings. Grab the listing rod and then install a hog ring over the center attaching point. Repeat this for the two outer attaching points. On the back, install the long clip into the frame. Take the long cloth strap and feed it through the small opening at the inside of the bolster. Take the short strap and wrap it around the airbag module and underneath the foam. Clip the two straps together. Install the clips that are sewn to the elastic bands onto the lumbar support. There are 4 of these in total. Continue pulling the upholstery over the foam until you reach the bottom. At this point, you can start to work the upholstery into position. Firmly press all the Velcro attaching points together. Install the plastic pocket support into its designated slot in the back of the material. Roll the front portion of the material around the base of the foam and install the clip into the frame. Stretch the frontward ear of the material over the frame and poke a hole for the push pin. Poke a hole in the ear that is sewn to the back of the material. Slide the push pin through the back ear first, position the frontward ear over the frame, and then install the push pin. Do the same for the other side. At the top of the seat back, carefully use a pick and pull the seat belt strap through the opening in the upholstery. Place the takeoff upholstery face down on a workbench. Take some measurements for the seat back release opening. Like we've been doing, build a template with some painter's tape and transfer that template to the new upholstery. Use your sharp razor blade and cut the material. Remember, start a little smaller with the opening. You can always enlarge it. Test fit the bezel. Trim the material if needed, and then fully install it. Now we can address the headrest guides. Use the process of taking measurements and transferring these measurements to the new upholstery. Cut an X into the material and then work the guide through the opening. Push it all the way until the guides clip into the frame. Do the same for the other headrest guide. Reinstall the plastic pivot cover and retighten the retaining screw. Apply blue thread locking compound to the seat back retaining bolts. Align the seat back with the seat bottom and thread the bolts in by hand. Fully tighten these bolts and then they torque to 33 pound-feet. Reposition the inside cover and make sure the upholstery is not pinched. Reinstall one of the retaining screws. Position the outside cover into place and reconnect the electrical connection. To reinstall the outside cover onto the frame, start at the front and work your way to the rear. Verify that all the clips fully engage. Go ahead and flip the seat over. Reinstall the rest of the retaining screws for the plastic covers. Reinstall the electrical harness retainers in the outside provisions. Roll the material on the Seatback Upholstery around the bottom of the seat and loop the elastic bands around their designated hooks. Reinstall the last two harness retainers and then reconnect the connections. Flip the seat back over and reinstall the seat recline handle. Install the headrest into the seat back, and that completes one of the front seats. Moving to the rear seat back. Flip the upholstery inside out. Position it over the phone. Use the same technique that you use for the front seat back upholstery. Pull the release strap through its designated opening, and then work the upholstery all the way down the phone. Stretch and pull the material so that it contours with the foam. Firmly press the material and verify that all the Velcro is fully attached. Tuck the corners of the material and then roll the rearward clip into the front clip to lock it into place. Position the Velcro pieces underneath the material, and that completes the rear seat back. Finally, the rear seat bottom. Place the assembly on your workbench and lay the new upholstery over the foam. Feed all of the attaching points through their designated opening in the seat frame. Firmly press all the Velcro attaching points together. And then flip the seat bottom over. Verify that none of the straps are twisted, and then begin installing a few of the clips into the plastic frame. At the rear of the seat and in the center, maneuver the material around the frame and attach the Velcro pieces. Stretch one of the ears into place and poke a hole in the material. Reinstall the push pin. Now you can work your way around the entire frame and install all of the clips and retainers into their designated attaching points. Depending on how perfect you want this, you may want to staple the extra material to the seat frame. You can also staple the front clips as well, which is what Ford did from the factory. Because of the tendencies of new material, there will be a few wrinkles whenever you finish. You can set the seats in the sun for a few hours to help soften and relax the material, or if you own a steamer, you can steam the material to relax the wrinkles. Now we can reinstall the seats back into the car. While they're removed from the car, use this opportunity to thoroughly clean the hard-to-reach areas and vacuum the carpet. Reinstall the rear seat backs and tighten the hardware. Position the rear seat bottom into the car and feed the seatbelt receptacles through the openings. Push down on the seat to lock the tabs into place and reposition the seat backs. Reinstall the front seats and reconnect the electrical connections. Install the bolts and torque them to 35 pound-feet. Snap the bolt covers into place, and then you're good to go. So if this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more great content and turn on notifications. That way you're notified every time we release something new. While you're at it, check out our other videos, and you guys know what to do by now. For all things S550 Mustang, keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.